Give me fuel, give me fire, give me double shot of time.
TNT Sports presents NASCAR Winston Cup Racing live from the North Carolina Speedway in Rockingham. 2 races remain in the 2003 season. A handful of drivers still hoping they might catch Matt Kenseth. But today, the 31-year-old from Cambridge, Wisconsin, has a solid shot at clinching the Winston Cup. Hi, everybody. The TNT Race family welcomes you to Rockingham. I'm Bill Weber. Right off the top, we are in the hurry-up. It rained here this morning. There is the possibility of rain later this afternoon, but in the last half hour, the skies have cleared. The sun has come out. It's warmed all the way up to about 47 degrees. This race will go green about 1:03 Eastern time. That's 30 minutes from now. The magic number for Matt Kenseth, crew chief Robbie Reiser, and car owner Jack Roush is 7. If Matt finishes 7th or better today, no matter what anybody else does, he is the new Winston Cup champion. Matt got his first Busch Series win at this track. He won the Winston Cup race here in February of 2002. A year ago, he finished 8th here after starting 25th. Today, he starts 23rd, and he's standing by with Marty Snyder.
Bill, as you said, it's actually pretty simple. All Matt has to do is finish 7th or better, but Matt, is the car good enough to do that?
I sure hope so. I mean, I think we got a good car today. You know, we still got to go out there and race and hopefully run up front and have a good shot at getting a good finish at the end. But I feel good about today. I think we got a good car that can be a contender.
What would it mean to you to win this championship for Jack Roush and all that he's done for the sport?
Well, I mean, that would be great, but, you know, we still have some racing to go. We still got to do our job today and, probably maybe next week, but we really got to do our job today first, and that's what I'm thinking about. But this is a real special place. It'd be cool to win it for Jack. He's been a loyal supporter of NASCAR Winston Cup racing since 1988. He's been in it a long time, and, I think he deserves one.
Greatest trophy in NASCAR or motorsports could belong to this man at the end of the day, Matt Kenseth. Dave Burns?
You know, Marty, it is freezing down here today, and Junior, you lost the cap. I kind of like the look. You had the coat, you had the hat, everything. It's cold down here, isn't it?
Yeah, plus it's easy to hide from everybody in this thing, so I like toboggans whether it's cold or not.
Hey, you're second in the championship. Guys third through fifth behind you are just breathing down your neck, but you start deep in the field. Can you dig yourself out of that hole?
I think so, actually. We got a little bit better car than I believe we've had here in a long time. It's can't get any worse, that's for sure. I don't think we finished better than 25th in the last 3 or 4 times we've been here, so anything's better than that, and we'll just see what we got. We got a pretty good car, and it's a beautiful day for a race, and so we'll see what happens.
Well, here's his best finish here. It's an alarming number. He's never finished better than 15th here. Matt Yoakum?
And Ryan Newman 5th in points, chasing Dale Earnhardt Jr. Only 101 markers behind Junior, but everybody's chasing Ryan Newman to the start of the race on the pole for the 11th time and carrying special Matador colors. But is this car as good as it was at Darlington?
It's pretty good. It's really fast race car, and the 50th win tribute is really a cool deal. An honor for me to be in this position to get the 50th win and then celebrate it in Bobby Allison colors and Mark Donohue colors at the same time. But we just look forward to a good opportunity at today's race. Statistically, we haven't been great here, but we look to turn that around.
The only thing alarming for the spotter, John Erickson, is a different color change. You may have a little bit of tough time picking that car out on the racetrack.
I think it might be a little easier, actually. We'll have to see. Hopefully it's good.
Ryan Newman on the pole, trying for his 4th win from the pole. Bill?
Thanks, Matt. Here's a look at the NASCAR top 10 heading in. It's 186 points to clinch. The last time Matt led by less than 186 points was after Chicago in July. From 2nd to 6th in the standings, the difference is just 123 points, or roughly $1 million in prize money. And from 10th place Bill Elliott to 15th place Rusty Wallace, it's just 209 points. Counting down to a 103 green flag. Back to the Rock after this.
Discover Card Countdown to Green, brought to you by Discover Card. It pays to discover. And Nicoderm CQ. You're not a superhero, you don't have to be.
2003 is the 32nd season of Winston Cup racing that historians like to refer to as the modern era. In the first 31, only once did a champion clinch the Winston Cup with just 1 win. The year, 1973. The champion, Benny Parsons. Did other guys win more races? Sure. Did anybody else have any more top 10 finishes? No. Sound familiar? Where did Benny clinch the Winston Cup? Right here at Rockingham, but it wasn't pretty. This is what his car looked like after a crash on lap 13. What happened after that is the stuff championships are made of. Let's take a drive down memory lane with Benny in the pits.
Bill, it looked like our day ended on lap 13, but my guys would not give up. They said, we're still going to win this championship. Today, I'd like to introduce you to the guys that helped me win that championship 30 years ago. That torn-up race car, 4 guys basically put it back together. Fabricators, Les Bars, thank you, man. Richie Bars, Zoomer, thanks for being here, and Tex Powell. These are the guys. Waddell Wilson built the engines that race all year long. Richard Bostic, utility man. Jackman, Jim Sievers. Utility man Harris Rummage, thanks for being here, guys. Tire changer Wayne Price, also a farmer. Paul Simmons, a farmer, and our gas man for many, many years at LG DeWitt Racing. Edward DeWitt carried tires in 1973. These are the guys that worked in the shop. These are the boys back in the shop, Bill. Gary Rogers, Doug Rogers, Tommy Loving, the body man, Bobby Hudson, and my crew chief back in 1973, Travis Carter. You might have been 30 years.
Yeah, it's been 30 years. It took me a while to figure that up yesterday, but we're all proud to have been part of one of the most dramatic finishes in Winston Cup history.
And Bill, they took the sign congratulating us and threw it in the trash can because we were done. They had to go to the trash can, wipe the mustard off of it to put it back up and congratulate our team as the champions 30 years ago, 1973.
Congratulations, Benny, and that is a great story about getting that banner out of the trash. He beat Cale Yarborough by 67 points for the 73 title. The heartbreak of losing a championship adds to the joy of winning it. Next, the Jack Roush you almost never got to know, flying high once again.
Discover Card Countdown to Green, brought to you by Discover Card. It pays to discover. At NASCAR Thunder 2004 from EA Sports, races end, rivalries don't.
After qualifying, drivers often tell you they held their breath for a lap or two because that's how tough and intense it really is. Well, today, the entire Roush Racing organization will attempt to hold its breath for 393 laps for the exact same reasons. Multi-car owner Jack Roush is a true American success story. He had a dream, he made it come true. His hobbies are his life and his livelihood. He has never been closer to a Winston Cup championship. 228 points in front, 2 races to go. Exactly how did Jack Roush get here? Without a doubt, on a wing and some prayers. What's it like flying?
It's close to heaven. Join me?
Now, who am I to refuse any invitation from Jack Roush?
I didn't bring my flight suit today. It's in the room. I didn't know. We'll go another day.
I'll hold you to that.
But, you know, the person in the back has few options. You know, you can't reach the canopy release. You have no control. You're strictly a passenger.
No parachute.
Oh, yeah.
I do get a parachute?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So if I decide to jump out, then you've got an option. If I decide not to jump out, then you're going in with me.
Jack Roush loves to laugh, tell stories, share his toys. Yes, that Jack Roush. Honest. An extremely successful businessman whose stoic stare might easily be mistaken for Ebenezer Scrooge.
I'm a person who looks for a challenge every day. And some people would say I'm a risk taker, and I guess I am, but I'd like to have the factors involving the risk or the outcome of the risk stacked up in my nature. And so with flying, I'm able to deal with plan A, plan B, plan C, and if everything goes bad, what's the last damn plan you got, you know?
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, you've been in that situation. Can you tell me about April 19th, 2002?
You know, I remember flying an airplane. The other airplane looks very much like this, and I remember flying that airplane. The next thing I remember is being in the ambulance and looking around and saying, I've never been in one of these before. This isn't good.
Mm-hmm. That day, Roush was in the sky celebrating his 60th birthday. His small plane crashed into a pond after tangling with some power lines. An unconscious Roush was pulled from the water by retired Marine Sergeant Major Larry Hicks. It is a miracle Roush is alive today.
I have gone back and flown over the wire with this airplane and gave it a salute when I went by, you know, as I did my aileron roll over top of the wire.
Now, why did you do that?
Well, just the wire needed to know. It needed to know.
That it didn't get you.
That it didn't get me.
But it almost did, John.
But it almost did. It wasn't my time, I guess.
But it could be his time to finally win the Winston Cup. Twice he has taken Mark Martin within 40 points of the title. Now it is Martin's protege, Matt Kenseth, that is helping Roush pilot his organization to the championship.
what I'm going to feel like if I can help Matt Kenseth win a championship is relief. Because I've been there many years with Jeff Burton, and of course several times we've been close with Mark Martin. I haven't been able to do for them what they needed, and there's great sadness that goes with that. You know, Mark has been close, and if he had been with a different owner, with stronger politics and with more experience or better judgment, I think the outcome may have been different for Mark.
Through the years, Roush has been more critical than complimentary of NASCAR, especially when it comes to parity among the manufacturers. Plus the fact that in 1990 and again last season, controversial penalties cost Martin's team valuable points in tight championship races.
Here's another Jack Roush quote. NASCAR officials, quote, contrived to manipulate the outcome to my disfavor, unquote. Talking about 1990 and 2002. You remember that?
That's a fair statement.
Okay. Can you explain that statement to me and your feelings on that?
You're pushing me pretty hard.
Yes, sir. You've hit a few walls along the way. Some you're not very happy with.
I'm not very happy with, that's right. Do you know how many championships I've won?
Total championships?
Yes.
Including
manufacturers, drivers?
No, sir.
Neither do I. But enough that I don't have to count them to feel like I've won enough.
Then how do you feel about the championship?
Like I said, I'll feel relieved. I'll be happy. Okay. You want me to say I'll be happy?
I want to know if you're going to be happy.
I will be happy. I'll be happy that I've been able to help Matt Kenseth win a championship. That'll be a great relief to me.
During that interview, I asked Jack if he ever looked back on the day his plane went down. Many times, he said. I was celebrating my 60th birthday. We've raised 3 kids. I have a good wife that's been with me all my life. I've had a lot of success in motorsports. If it had ended that day, it wouldn't have been for a good reason, but it would have been okay. Some longtime associates of Jack Roush like to kid him that the only lingering injury he has from that day is a severe case of embarrassment. Today, he goes after the championship. In 1996, Jeff Gordon won 10 races, but finished second in the championship standings, 37 points behind Terry Labonte. Matt?
Jeff Gordon, 4 wins here at the Rock, 4th in points, an extra $700,000 if you get second, but you just want the wins, don't you?
Yeah, you know, we're doing everything we can to get wins right now. We want to move up as high as we can in the points, and I mean, that's the first that I haven't paid attention to how much more money it pays for second. I know it's a lot better than where
700,000.
700,000. Okay. Well, you know, our motivation goes a lot deeper than that, and we're trying to also set ourselves up for this off season to build a lot of new cars and come out strong next year.
Looking ahead to next year already, starts 16th.
Jeff Burton won this race in 1999. He qualified 9th. Jeff, how about it today?
Feel really good about it. Sicko car was really fast yesterday on short runs, and we kept our same tires on the whole practice, and it hung in really good on speed, so we're real optimistic.
Jeff hasn't won in 74 races, trying to wake up his winning ways here at Rockingham. Marty?
Dave, Mark Martin has a new crew chief and a fast race car, but Mark, what are your emotions as your protege, Matt Kenseth, could clinch the Winston Cup championship today?
Well, we do have a good, a good car today, and we've run well here the last couple of times, and we're looking forward to this race here today. And, you know, as far as Matt goes, you know, I've been wrong about a lot of things in life, but there was one thing that I was right about, and that's Matt Kenseth. And, you know, I'm really happy for the way things have gone for Matt and Robbie Reiser, 2 really fantastic people and driven people, and Jack Roush is a driven person too. And, you know, it's good to see that things are turning out in their favor.
2-time Rockingham winner going for win number 3 and championship number 1. Bill?
Thanks, Marty. In order to circumvent a rule that limits how many cars can be entered under one owner, Mark Martin is listed as the owner for the 17 car of Matt Kenseth. Of course, Jack Roush is really the owner, but don't tell NASCAR that. I was asked by Jack in that interview if I knew how many championships he had won. I didn't, but neither did he. But I do now. He won his first championship in 1973, drag racing. He won the NHRA Pro Stock title. He won 2 more Pro Stock titles with the IHRA and the AHRA. Then he went road racing and won 24 championships or titles with IMSA and the SCCA. He won the Craftsman Truck Series title in 2000, and last year, the Busch Series championship. So the grand total for Mr. Roush, 29 championships. And the best part about it is, now he doesn't have to look it up, because we already did. The countdown is at 0, and Roush & Company go for number 30 next.
This has been the Discover Card Countdown to Green.